What can you tell us about your upcoming debut album?
My upcoming debut album, it's called Songs of the Tainted Cherry Tree, which I'm really excited about. I love that name. Basically, I've co-wrote a lot of the tracks on there. It's very me, very Diana. It's come from me and things I believe in, and it's very much my own sound. And I've collaborated with a lot of really cool artists, a lot of different artists and different producers. So it's got a lot of variety to it, and it's got a really good feel about it, and hopefully everyone will really love it.
How did all the collaborations come about? Did you pick the people, or how did that go?
It sort of just happened. Like, I remember people like, oh, there's this really great guy called Guy Sigsworth who's worked with Bjork and was in the Frou Frou. I was like, oh my God, I love Bjork and the Frou Frou, and I met him, and he really helped me with find my sound. And Guy Sigsworth, he was really amazing. And then Ellie Goulding popped up in the studio one day, and that was how I met her, because she was working with Guy, and then we started writing together one afternoon. It was all really random, and then she knew Star Smith, and then someone I worked with knew Spy Champion, and I met him at a book reading in Narina Palo. Actually, I came in this very room for my first meeting when I got signed to Sony with Craig Logan, and I mentioned that I love Narina Palo, and he was like, oh, she was in here the other day, I know her, I can hook you up. And it was all really very random. It was great.
I remember seeing, I think, a picture of you with Spy Champion on your Twitter. Have the songs you've done with him sort of survived? Are they on the album?
Yeah, I did one song with him, and that's on the album. Yeah, and it's really cute. It's called Me and You, and yeah, he was great to work with. He was like a mad professor a science professor, and he was all around all these amazing instruments. He got really carried away, and I just loved watching him, get carried away with it all. It was amazing.
There was also a rumour that Patrick Wolf had worked on a track. Was there any truth to that or not?
Yeah, I actually met up with Patrick Wolf and went to go and see him perform, but in the end, it didn't really work out. I was really busy, and he was busy, and we didn't end up working together. But it was always said that something we really wanted to do in the future, but it never got on the album. No.
With you working on it for so long, how do you feel now that it's just about to sort of hit the shelves?
It's so exciting. I'm so excited. I'm very nervous. It's one of those things that you never know what's going to happen. But I've got so much faith in it. I really do. And I've got so hardcore fans behind me who are making me so excited about it, and they make me have faith in myself. So yeah, excited. I just can't wait to get it out there and get it in the shops and just to see what happens.
Do you have any sort of expectations or hopes for where it will chart, or...?
No, I think it's really bad to sort of have these whole expectations of I want to be #1, because if you're not, then you're just going to get let down. I sort of go by the motto of my mother going, do your best, try as hard as you can, and be proud of yourself no matter what. And I will be. I'm happy with my album. I've worked as hard as I possibly can, and I'm really pleased with the outcome.
The tour you're doing in March, it's some sort of very small venues. Why did you sort of pick that?
Because it's pre-album, no one will have bought the album, and it's just sort of I wanted it to be really intimate, and it was sort of to give everyone a really small taster of the album, a big taste of the album, but just to keep it very, small and yeah, and intimate's the key word. And it's not all about, big sparkly dresses or amazing decorations and things like that. It's just about purely me and my songs and the audience, and just about having a really good time and just keeping it cool and nice.
The dates you're doing that I think you just announced this morning in May, are you going to be approaching them differently and ramp it up at all, or will it just be the same sort of thing? Yeah,
well, I'm going to take it one step at a time. Obviously, it's a much bigger venue. It's 1,000 capacity, and that's that's really great. But it's still not the MEN. It's still quite very intimate, and I have no idea. I just want to get this tour done and concentrate on what that's going to be like, and then in May I'll let my imagination go wild again, and be creative and see what happens.
And just a last question: what are your plans really after these tours and after the album comes out?
Hopefully get on to writing my next album. Yeah, and be back and bad with #2, and then maybe do another play, and maybe in a film, and maybe write a play, and maybe write a film, and maybe do album 3, and then get to album 7. Who knows?